And down south, we got
No, we're actually in the east.
Nashville. We got Terry Shropshire. We got Portia Monique, and we are live with the Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call. Let's go.
The sun is shining, shining, nice and bright, bright. The birds are chirping, chirping, and I'm ready to fly. Time to get ready, ready for another day. No one can stop us. Oh, we gon' learn to play. Oh, every day we learn and play. We do our best, so we'll be great. Oh, 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 oh. You do your best, best, and I'll do mine, mine. So let's get ready, ready, ready. 'Cause it's about that time. Good morning, morning, you good morning. How do you do? Good morning. Time to be great. Good morning. Good morning. Your dance and play. Good morning. So start today. Good morning. Open your eyes. Good morning. Reach for the sky. Good morning, 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 morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. How do you do? Good morning, 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 morning to you. Good morning, good morning, 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 morning. How do you do? Good morning. You see me on my grind. Woo, stars got to shine. I'm a supernova. Yeah, you see me taking over. Yeah, I'm on the move. I got a way to shine to. So let me hear you say, every day we gon' learn and play.
Y'all go say something?
Wait, hold on.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It is
I'm gonna
Thursday. Can y'all hear me? I don't know why I can't hear y'all.
I am the first King James, and this is Portia, and these are my co-stars for today. Portia Monique, well, actually, she's the guest, and Romeo International. Welcome to the show, y'all.
Thank you.
It looks like your name say something different.
Thank you this morning for that great introduction, King Shropshire. I am so happy to be here this morning with the guest that we allowed to be on, Miss Portia Monique. So happy to see you, brother, to be here with another brother. And, you know, it's just great, man. Happy Thursday to everybody and here with our guest, Portia Monique. Thank you. Thank you.
Whatever. Hold on, y'all. Today is Thursday, November 19th. I'm like, damn, December, November.
Yeah, next week is Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in a good mood because I was told by officials in the state of Ohio that my birth certificate is being certified in that state.
And what?
What? My birth was certified in the state of Ohio.
What you say? Nobody heard you.
It was certified.
You can't hear me?
No.
Did I come over bad?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's proceed on then. Portia is back over to you.
What's going on with your birth certificate?
No, I was just being facetious. I was saying that, you know what I'm saying, the officials in the state of Ohio, you know, they certified my birth certificate, so I'm good to go.
Oh.
I mean, it had been challenged, but you know, it's not been certified. See, that was just a little bit of levity, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of brevity there, but you didn't get it, so we just move on.
I
didn't get it.
Hey man, good morning to everybody checking in. Certified by who? Actually want to know. What up, Harold P. McDermott? What up, Terrence Robinson? Femi Swint? Taru checking in this morning on the AM checkup, man. Hey, it's a great day, man. Y'all gotta excuse me. I got I got energy drink in me, so I'm on I'm on some caffeine right now, high volume. So my eyes gonna be dancing the whole show. But we're gonna have a great show because King James is here. Like he like anytime.
You better ask somebody. You know what I'm saying? You know what time it
King
is.
James does not make a great show. Like he just doesn't automatically make a great show.
I mean, look
The
at that
show
hate. Look, I mean, what
he
is that hate?
adds to the show, but he doesn't necessarily make a great show. That's
Look,
all
I'm
I'm
like the
saying.
regular King James. I'm the MVP. You know what I'm saying? So, I just go come up and do what I got to do, take the trophies, and I'm out. So, you know what I'm saying? So, and then just like King James is all a lot of hate. It comes with a lot of hate. So I'm just used to it, Portia. You know what I'm saying? I was going to compliment you today, but that you changed your background and that, you know what I'm saying, that you you would have had to make a few adjustments. But, looks like I don't know what's going on, Romeo. What's going on with your president?
My president is pretty cool, man. I saw him out telling people to wear masks. I saw Kamala out, doing the woe.
Are you talking about Biden and Kamala? I thought you was talking
yeah,
about
my president. Yeah, I don't know which president you was discussing.
the current one.
And you know what? Hey, King James, shout out Janet Simmons. She said, "I'm so happy King James is back. I needed another male on the show." You see the love, you see it, it.
And that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? No matter what kind of pushback or clapback or hate that I get from Portia Monique, I'm still gonna shine. I'm still, I'm like Kanye. I gotta shine. And I'm gonna shine. So, well, I'm not like Kanye in other ways. Yeah. So that's all. But
outside of that, man, I don't know what this guy's doing. I think he's setting. I told people last week. I think he's setting us up for failure. I think he's setting them up for failure, and I think he's doing it very well by withholding information, by slowing down the process of them being able to come into the office caught up on things. So I think I really in my heart think he's gonna put them in a position to where they're gonna come in behind the 8 ball because of what has not been given to them. So they're gonna come in slow. And then people are gonna blame them for coming in slow. And why y'all don't know about this and that? Well, I just got the information yesterday. Like the man just left the office 24 hours ago. So
yeah, I think that's why they're putting it out there now that he's not able to access the information. So they want everybody in the public to know that, listen, this is what's going on now. So come January 20, is it 21st or 20th? Y'all know what the deal is. That's it.
okay. Yeah. And so I think it's incumbent upon many of the people in the electorate that, first of all, this thing is not over, especially the people down here in Georgia. We have a runoff election coming up in January. And so, but I mean, in terms of the state, the people in Georgia handled their business. I don't know, Romeo, I don't know what's going on in Detroit and up there in Michigan. They can't seem to get it together, bro. They can't see. When I interned in Detroit at the Detroit Free Press years ago, I was under the impression that the city of Detroit was it was thug dizzle,
right,
to the bone grizzle, and now they seem to be controlled by outside forces in Detroit, and I don't understand how Detroit gonna let that happen.
I think Detroit was a pump fake. I think Detroit. I think Detroit. They that basketball team. They look good in practice. They look good in practice. They doing their layups. When the game start, I can't hit. They shooting percentages went down. You saw the draft. You saw who they picked up in the draft. So technically, they ain't really trying to make no moves since yesterday. I mean, hopefully we in Atlanta can help Detroit get back on the right path, man. That's what they need.
Okay. Okay.
Good morning, Iris Baker.
Good morning, Iris Baker, and everyone out there. Thank you for supporting the Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call. Please share and please set up some viewing parties. You know what I'm saying? So we can watch us, talk about what's going on in the world today. Well, me and Romeo, Portia's put herself on
Right.
mute, not talking to us right now. In the middle of the show.
Got something better to do. Right.
Right. In the middle of the show.
In the middle of the show. You know what?
You know what I'm saying? She in her feelings because I had to bring up about what's going on in Southeast Michigan. Because
nobody cares, First King James. Nobody cares.
Wait, hold on. Time out. Wait a minute now. There's a lot of people caring because some people have been flipping the script. Some people now want to take their vote. The canvassers in Wayne County, where Detroit is located, want to take their votes back now. They want to say that now we don't want to certify the process, which would put it into the hands of the state legislator to figure it out. And so, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people do care.
They're just trying to steal it. They're not going to steal it. It's been certified. If you looked at the latest report, it's been certified. So
yes, but the two.
There you go.
Yes, but the two. No. The two canvassers have now said they want to rescind their votes, and they want it to go back into the hands of the state legislators.
Okay.
Yeah, that was on. Okay. That was also on the reports this morning. So as a big fan,
well, that's not gonna happen.
Okay, as a big fan and supporter of the city of Detroit, the person who went there in Detroit and interned there years back, I got a lot of love for y'all. But sometimes I
talking about Detroit.
Yeah, but sometimes I just
want to come back.
Sometimes I just want to I wonder because y'all are against the river. You know what I'm saying? On the other side of the river is Canada, and you guys, I just don't know what y'all allegiances are these days. That's all. I just want to make sure y'all got it together.
All right, moving on.
Welcome to the King James Romeo International, the Wake Up Call. We're happy to have y'all this morning. We're glad to interact with you guys and engage with you guys on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you this morning. Me and King James appreciate you. As I move on to the social report, wherever Ashley want to go, since she can't pick a side, whether she ATL or Detroit or wherever she want to go, I need her to pick something. Let's start with this. Yesterday in court, Tory Lanez pleads not guilty in the Megan Thee Stallion case. Now, Tory Lanez, I think that is admirable that you pleaded not guilty. Here's the problem with your admirable, sir. None of the witnesses are on your side. They got video footage. They got a bullet in somebody's foot. They got a female they have a female artist who technically has everybody in the industry behind her, and they've left you out in the cold. Basically, Tory Lanez, he appeared in LA court yesterday. The DAs hit him with one count, and these are the charges: one count of assault with a semi-automatic firearm, one count carrying a loaded semi-automatic firearm, unregistered firearm in the vehicle, and they allege that he inflicted great bodily injuries to both young ladies in the car. He posted $190,000 bond, has been ordered to stay away from Megan, and he has been told to not defend himself on social media. If so, the charges will increase. He faces up to 22 years in prison and 22 years and 8 months in prison. And if he gets convicted, he won't be up for parole until 5.
Well,
wow.
Yeah. I mean, what else is he supposed to say? First of all, the court of public opinion has already rendered its verdict. And so he's behind the 8 ball on that. Second of all, there have already been pronouncements made by the victim, Megan Thee Stallion. And you're right, Romeo. She is the artist of the year. She was just featured on the cover of GQ magazine. And you just don't get up there. You can't just get up there and get an invitation to be on the cover of GQ. They said that they said she's the artist of the year. She got the year on rap. It's already November. It's too late. Megan Thee Stallion got it. Stop the voting. All we need to do is just certify the voting. But
shut up, Terry.
What? And then so she got this. She got this. And then there was an important thing that you mentioned, Romeo, in terms of she got shot in the foot. So they had to remove the bullets. And so the investigators probably matched the bullets to the gun. There's something called a ballistics test report that they do. I mean, y'all seen Law and Order. Y'all know how this works now. And so they got that, which is probably why the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office decided to file charges against Tory Lanez, probably because that ballistic reports proved that a certain person fired a gun and that the person who got shot was shot with the bullets that came from that certain gun. So,
oh my goodness.
So I don't know, Portia. I mean, it looks like it's rap. It's a rap to me, but I mean,
it's a rap. He needs to go ahead and have fun, like for the rest of the time that he out, like do all the things that you ever wanted to do in life. Go get that done, because sir, you're done. You about to go to jail. You were about to lose your. You about to go to jail, and you're gonna be sitting there for a minute. So go do all the things that you ever wanted to do on your bucket list. All the things that you thought you couldn't do. Go lay down all them tracks, get it done,
right?
Because you about to go to jail.
And not only that, no, go ahead, Romeo.
And I don't advocate this for black men, but I will say this, man. If you know, like I need you to have a real reality check with yourself in the mirror. If you know the situation ain't gonna change, hey, you need to start preparing yourself. You need to start learning how the jail system works. You need to take boxing classes. You need to even I've had family members go to jail, but I guarantee you they went in there knowing what was what and what was up. Hey, buddy, you going to general population. You don't be R. Kelly now. Don't be R. Kelly in there thinking that you still a celebrity. They don't
and
care.
He's like 4'11", right? Like, ain't he like? I'm just saying.
Yeah,
like,
he's short.
Very, very short.
Oh, he's short. He's shorter than Prince.
He like 4'11".
He's short.
I mean, I've never seen him in person, but I think he's like 4'11".
Dang, even Prince was 5'3". Dang.
You know what? I do. You know what, Portia? A friend of mine. Now I can send Ashley the photo. A friend of mine actually posted a photo with him yesterday. No, 2 days ago at this Miami event, and her standing next to him. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send the video. I'm sending the photo.
All right.
Yeah, but the thing about
I said he was 5'3".
Oh, okay, 5'3".
Right.
But the thing about it is that he doesn't even have to worry. Just wonder. This is multifaceted. The problems that he has incurred. So the fact is that he's about to go to jail. Okay, for up to 22 years. His career is over. Like, he's been canceled, most definitely, because the person that you happen to allegedly shoot happens to be the most popular artist in America right now, not just a rapper, popular artist. And then on top of that, brother, he's going to find another place to live, because he's going to have to go through Detroit and over the Ambassador Bridge.
Why do you keep referencing Detroit?
He's going to go back over the Ambassador Bridge and get back over.
He's not even nowhere close to Detroit. He's gonna fly over Detroit.
No. They're gonna send him across the Ambassador Bridge, over the Detroit River, back over to Windsor in Canada. So he's about to get deported about that as well. So he's gonna have to find another place to live, Romeo. It's messed up for this dude. He in one night wiped out his entire life. One night.
Hey, brother.
Those bad decisions, y'all. Y'all need to make sure that you're thinking about them. The bad decisions will get you messed up.
Yeah.
And you know what California gonna
do?
Yep. And California is gonna make an example. Like I think he's in one of them situations where he becomes the example. Right.
Why would they make an example of him?
Because it was similar to how they took care of Bill Cosby and what they did to R. Kelly. it was kind of like, okay, and I'm talking about these different counties and states. They took it like, okay, we know Bill Cosby old, but we got to prove a point that we still the law in this city. Okay, cool. Send him to jail forever. Okay, we gonna do all that. Like I think they're gonna try to prove a point in the court system that nobody's above the law, regardless of who you are, where you are at in life. And he just happened to be that person that's on the docket.
Okay, so what about compassion, Romeo? I mean, Bill Cosby is elderly. He's 83, 84 years old. And then you got Harvey Weinstein up there in Rikers Island, and he has reportedly been afflicted with the coronavirus. And so he has comorbidity, Romeo. What about the compassion here, Portia?
Man, I ain't got no freaking compassion. First of all, I don't have no compassion for millionaires who have lived a great life, and you effed up your great life on some stupid stuff. Hey, man, bye. That's crazy.
I have a difference of opinion when it comes to Bill Cosby, because I clearly think that they set him up because he was trying to do something good in the Black community. And in addition to that, I'm not going to say all of them, because he has some deals that he worked out with prosecutors and judges and all that. But the majority of the people, some women that he was drugging with, I think it was consensual. They were drugging together. And sometimes what comes along with that drugging is a lot of sex. So I think that's what it was with Bill. Now, Harvey, on the other hand, he needs to sit in jail with his coronavirus.
Yeah, but Portia, Harvey he's got a bad back, he got a bad heart, he has diabetes.
Sit in jail. All the women sit like, I think his was very different than Bill's. I don't think there was any trickery involved in Bill's. I just think Harvey Weinstein. I don't. I think they're just trying to mess up that man's legacy.
I give Harvey Weinstein more credit than Bill Cosby.
Why?
Whoa, what?
Why?
Because Harvey Weinstein was in a power position. It was basically like, hey, you gonna do this to me to get this role. Now at that point, that's your choice. Hey, you want this role? This is what it's about to be. On the Bill Cosby end, allegedly, it was drugged. I was drugged, and this is what was happening. Weinstein didn't drug nobody. He basically just told them this is what it is if you want the job.
What? Dude. Oh my God. Listen. Harvey Weinstein, over the course of about 30 years, ruined hundreds of women's lives, not just by raping them. Saying
agree.
Not just by raping them, but he also destroyed their character. He assassinated their character. He besmirched their reputations throughout the industry. So you have Academy Oscar-winning women in Hollywood whose careers, who people like me said, dang, whatever happened to such and such? She was an Oscar-winning actress and now she disappeared. You know why? Because she didn't give Harvey none when he asked for it for a role. And so he went to everybody else and said, cancel her. That is evil. He is a monstrosity. And I was joking when I said about his comorbidity and maybe we should have some humanity. No, this is karmic payback for the lives that he destroyed. Karma has come back for his ass.
I agree with you.
I just want you to know that the word of the day is besmirched. If you didn't catch that, Romeo.
Look, right, Romeo. Cosby's story seems like he was druggy and getting free. Thank you, D-Shield. I'm telling you, you're right. I'm just saying. D said,
slow down.
Romeo, Cosby's story seems like he was drugging and getting free sex. Harvey Weinstein was just,
they were drugging together.
But listen, no.
All the women, some of the women came out and said they lied.
Okay, hypothetically, if I break it down into simple forms, it's just like going to the club. Ashley was just at the club, right? So it's just like going to the club.
Don't be trying to help Ashley.
You got the one person, you got the person of power in the club saying, hey, yeah, I can get you and your friends in if you give me your number, and then you got that one person in the club saying, hey, I'm going to buy this girl enough drinks to get her drunk, to take advantage of her, to take her home. The dude that's getting people in the club for the number is not as dangerous as the dude that's trying to get the girl drunk. Cosby, if he was allegedly drugging them, that is more detrimental than the person that's offering jobs. Come on now.
Well, I would love, no. I would love to ask, I would love to ask, I would love to ask Oscar-winning actress Gwyneth Paltrow what she thinks about your statement, or a woman called Annabella Sciorra, an Italian-American actress who starred in the movie called The Hand That Rocked the Cradle. And she also starred in Jungle Fever. For all our audience out there, she said,
fever, you
right,
got jungle fever, and jungle fever, we're in love.
And Annabella
like that, don't y'all?
Yeah, and Annabella Sciorra, she said that he raped her. He raped her. He physically took it from her. He took her he took her womanhood from her in order, you know what I'm saying, because she was actually for a role. So I just can't get with that explanation, because when you take somebody's virtue, when you snatch somebody's virtue, that is akin almost to murder, because you murder part of the soul.
And you're absolutely right.
A-K-I-N, akin.
Okay, maybe Facebook understands me. I'm saying that you're right. I'm just saying that the level that he did it at was not the same alleged level that Bill Cosby did. There's a difference between drugging a female and propositioning a female.
He wasn't. Right, he wasn't propositioning. He wasn't propositioning them. He was taking it. Annabelle Sciorra says she got raped. Gwyneth Paltrow, Oscar-winning actress, said, that chick who loves to say the N-word because she's friends with Jay-Z and Beyonce, that white woman. Gwyneth Paltrow, she said that he tried to take it. So we're not talking about a proposition. We're talking about stealing a woman's virtue. And hundreds of women over the decades that Harvey Weinstein did took it.
You know what, D? I'm gonna be quiet because D right. A world we are in. Who's the worst rapist?
He didn't rape him. No, I don't think Cosby raped him. I honestly think that it was consensual. And they were drugging together, and he paid them off, and they closed their mouth, and they came back and recanted their story. So
okay, so let me ask you about that.
None of the women in Weinstein's case came back and said, "Oh, I lied. He didn't rape me."
Let me ask you about that. What up, Taru? What your intent, Romeo? Let me ask you about that. I'm just asking. So what happens when the woman gets, or the person who was assaulted gets paid, becomes successful, and then comes back and says, "Oh, he did this to me"? Are they wrong?
Like who? Like
some of those women, I can't remember two of them, but some of those women actually, became successful actors and superstars, and built their career off of whatever, took the money, but then came back and said, "Hey, he did this to me." Are they wrong?
Well, it depends. It's on the individual cases. No, I know what he's talking about. He's talking about how some women went on. They felt like they were either forced to engage in sex with Harvey Weinstein or other predators in Hollywood, or that Harvey Weinstein or other predators in Hollywood, or that they felt forced to. Either they felt forced to, or it was taken from them. And later on, they went ahead and had award-winning careers, and they became international superstars in Hollywood. And now, the decades later, they want to come out and say, "Well, I got raped." Yes, that is legitimate, because they believed that if they came out earlier than the Me Too movement, that they would have been vilified. That they feel like they would have been vilified and maligned, and that they would have been castigated throughout Hollywood to the point where their careers would have been over which actually did happen to dozens of award-winning women, just like the ones I just named, Annabella Sciorra from Jungle Fever and The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. She was a great actress, and she disappeared. There was other people who just disappeared after they dealt with Harvey Weinstein. So yes, it is legitimate because they feared for not only for their careers, some of them were scared for their safety. They felt they were being followed or surveilled by strange people after they turned him down. Harvey Weinstein is an absolute monstrosity, but he shouldn't be the only one sitting in jail. There's other people like this comedian, I think his name is C.K. Lewis, something like that. He should be in prison as well.
The black guy?
No. It's a white guy. It's a white guy. I'll find out his name. I want to get his name correct because I don't want to. I'm on the air and I don't want to get somebody's name incorrectly. But he shouldn't be Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, Harvey Weinstein should not be the only Hollywood super megastar or mogul who is languishing in prison right now. There should be dozens more in there. C.K. Lewis, his comedian C.K. Lewis, yeah, okay. and others. So, but anyway,
so here's the comment, and then we can move on from this. I'll just say anonymous comment, but basically the person said, if a person puts their sex on the table with the hopes of a come up and doesn't get what they want, they are not victims. They are now mad and embarrassed. What y'all think about that?
Okay, and then that.
Damn, Terry. Your damn internet. What you say? Terry. Terry, what'd you say? We couldn't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, then their cases are illegitimate. And if they hand over their womanhood to a man in hopes of a come up, and then things don't work out, if it is proven that they lied, then they should be thrown in prison as well, because you're destroying the reputation of somebody. That.
Iris Baker, rape is rape, whether you drug them or take them without permission. It's forced. Connie Cross.
How do you know if you being raped if you high or drunk? Like, how you know?
Connie Cross, think before you act, because prison is no joke. The doors are locked, and you are locked behind those doors with people you don't know. You close your eyes and go to sleep at night. You better start thinking. And 3 girls, 1 boy. That's an interesting name. Bill was helping the black community and pissed off Hollywood. They destroyed his legacy. Free Bill Cosby. Send Harvey Weinstein to jail. Do not collect $200.
Agreed. Wholeheartedly agreed.
No, and there is a lot of people in Hollywood who do believe that there was the coup d'etat, sort of like, you know what I'm saying, a toppling of a titan, such as Cosby.
Right.
Because of many of the things that he had set up. And he had made it known that he wanted to buy NBC. So many people believe that this was a setup. But there's also other people. There are also other people who believe that he was a man whore. That he basically.
Well, I do.
May have been.
I do agree with Portia on this point. I really don't like agreeing with Portia. I think what Portia just said, when sex is on the table, like, and I'm not trying to make it a man or woman thing, but you can play that both ways. When sex is on the table, if you get what you want, you can possibly win. If you don't get what you want, you could possibly hurt the person who didn't give you what you want. So that fine line that people dance on when it comes to sex, it always amazes me when I see somebody angry, and then I find out, well, they how you angry, but they paid you off like $1 million. But after you took the money, you're angry. I'm confused. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's a line. It's an interesting line.
Yeah. Well, we spent a lot of time on this one segment, so probably it's time to move on to the. Move on to the next.
Next story. I got to get to ruin this one. I agree with you. For what reason do you need to go to someone's hotel room when the hotels have restaurants, meeting rooms? I agree with you, man. Like, come on now. Come on, ladies. Let's not be, hey, we're going to have a meeting in my bedroom at 1 a.m. in the morning. Come on now.
In your bedroom.
Okay, so no, stop.
Next up.
I'll be back.
Next up, I wonder if you got that story. Did you get Ashley? Did you get that picture? This was moving around on the internet. Kevin Love says he still battles. Who? Yep, you definitely from Detroit. Kevin Love, NBA basketball star for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He says he still battles suicide thoughts. He said for the past couple of months, he's had super brutal days of battling mental health. Suicidal thoughts still cross his mind. The NBA star opened up and he was like, you don't get to turn it on and off even as a NBA player. He actually came out earlier. He came out earlier last year and said he was one of the first NBA players to say he's battling mental health or mental disparities.
Yeah, Kevin Love is most. Yeah, Kevin Love
mental health. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Kevin Love is most famous for being the teammate of LeBron James when he was brought to the Cleveland Cavaliers from the Minnesota Timberwolves at the behest of LeBron James, and they won a title together in 2016. And so, but I think that he has battled mental health, and I saw about that. But I also think that he himself doesn't believe that he's ever lived up to the hype, because he was like he was being hyped up as a megastar, Hall of Famer in the making, and that's just not going to happen. And so I think he's dealing with a lot of just self-worth issues. But it's a real thing, man. Just because you got money, he's a multimillionaire, and he's famous, and it's still, you know what I'm saying? So mental health doesn't discriminate. So I'm happy that he's come out, so that other people, we can continue to destigmatize this problem, this disease, because it is a disease.
And I apologize to Kevin Love. Portia Monique, she's from Detroit. They don't really have the team, so she don't know nothing about sports. So she's gonna get it mixed up anyway. This photo I'm about to show y'all.
I did not know, and I hope that he gets the help that he needs, because mental health is nothing to play with.
Nothing.
So.
This next photo, before I move on, this is a recent photo of the Miami Pink Party event, and Tory Lanez was there with a friend of mine, and he took this photo. So this is how big Tory Lanez is. This is how small. He's like 4.
I'm sorry.
He's like 4'11".
That's your friend, Romeo?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't discriminate. Black, white, Asian. Friends are friends. Portia.
She looks black. Is she black? I just didn't know. Is she black?
No. Nope. Not black. As we move on, that's
okay. If that's a friend of yours, can you go back later on and ask her why he got his nails dug into her, derriere like that, her posterior?
It was a pink party. Y'all never been to a pink party?
But he got his nails.
Oh, never mind. Skip that. I'll tell y'all about pink party later.
What is it though? Like, is it like a sex party or something?
No, Portia, this is for adults, so I don't think that the.
I guess I'm just all out of touch. I just don't know.
Sorry, y'all. Yeah, your son know what a pink party is.
What the hell is a pink party? Ashley, can you please put in the chat what a pink party is?
It's self-explanatory, Portia.
Do y'all know what a pink party is?
We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. I can't believe
moving on.
Yeah, this is just wow.
Facebook check-in. Do y'all know what a pink party is? If I'm the only one who don't know what a pink party is, somebody please help me, because she didn't have on pink.
I mean, it seems axiomatic to me what it is, but we're gonna go ahead and move on. Okay.
Next up. Ashley,
wait, D Shield said she want to know what a pink party is too. What is a pink party?
A pink party, ladies and gentlemen, is when three girls and one boy. That's the dude name. Okay,
he has no idea.
A pink party happens.
Do the math.
A pink party happens there every month. The last one was in Vegas. This one was Miami. Last month was Vegas. The month before that was Houston. Basically, you take all of the OnlyFans models and the top tier dancers from around the world. They literally buy out the penthouse level of every major hotel, and they throw private parties. Like King James said, it's some adult stuff.
It's an adult party portion.
Adult party.
I could continue to try to cut the meat and spoon feed you, but what I need you to go ahead and project and to deduce. We need you to deduce right now.
He was trying to skip it. That's why we were trying to move forward.
Yeah. I don't know how to dance around.
Everybody on Facebook wanted to know what it was too. We just didn't know.
Okay, but Facebook got it now, so we need you because I can't circumvent this.
I didn't get it now. I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
All right. All right.
All right. Moving on.
Romeo, you go to the pink parties. You've been to.
I've DJ'd. I have on a business level. I've DJ'd one. Yes.
What goes on in the pink party, Romeo?
And as we move on from the next, oh no. Hey, Taru said, Romeo, you got a whole nother life going on. Yes, sir.
Got a whole nother life going on.
And Ashley is not helping moving on. King James, you see how they, oh Lord. All right. So Neo is tapped in to sing the national anthem at the Mike Tyson Roy Jones Jr. fight this year. And I need y'all to see this photo. Roy Jones, I would never tell another man not to stand up for himself. Brother, this is Mike Tyson 2 days ago. This is you 4 days ago. I don't think it's gonna go well for you, brother.
Yeah, I mean, he should just really count his blessings, Roy Jones Jr. He should just really count his blessings that he made it this far in 2020. You know, he got his health, he has his teeth, he got his family. Like, just be happy with that. Be happy.
Hey,
y'all.
You can breathe. Because the more King James, the more they keep saying, the more they keep in mind, Roy Jones keeps saying this is gonna be a great sparring match. Hey man, Mike Tyson's not about to spar. You about to spar. Mike Tyson is going in there like this is a real fight. That's what Mike Tyson is doing. And you trying to be all wholesome.
Roy Jones better go in there. If he better go in there scared. He better dance around that ring because he might go to the nursing home early.
He better run.
That's what I'm saying.
He better run around that ring.
He better dance around that ring because he could go to the nursing home early, big dog. I don't know why he took this fight. And so, if I was him, I would cancel it. But, hey, it's too late now probably. He got his money. He need to go ahead and dance for 10 rounds and then call it a night.
Hey, hello, DC. What you talking about? Roy Jones Jr. is going to retire Tyson. Are you that Tyson? Are you, man? First of all, hey, brother, if it's about money, get you a real job, Roy Jones. Go to Whole Foods. They hiring Walmart. You know, figure that out. Fighting Mike Tyson is not like the thing to do in life right now.
But it makes it even more impressive now that I think about it that Holyfield is calling him out. Holyfield is calling Tyson out. Holyfield, as we know, is one of the people who ain't scared of the bully. He ain't scared. We saw him beat up Mike Tyson in the first fight, and then when he was beating him up in the second fight, he tore Mike Tyson tore his ear, bit his ear off.
He didn't tear
and so
it.
bit part of his ear. He bit part of his ear off, and so that makes it even more impressive that Holyfield. He's calling him out again. Holyfield just said just last week. He said, "Man, I think that he called him out. He said, man, I want to fight you again. So let's make this happen." But you know, Roy Jones ain't Holyfield. Roy Jones ain't that dude. He's not that dude. Roy Jones, man, you better dance. I'm sorry, you better dance.
Hey, Roy Jones, fight me. You got a better chance.
Right.
Go fight me.
Right.
You know, man. All right, D Shields. I see you. Take a look. D Shields talking about something. I can't turn my back. I'm Team Roy Jones Jr. Okay, you keep that up. You be that.
No, he gonna need support. I mean, he might need some help in the nursing home when Tyson get done with him, because just one punch.
He made it to 2020. He should be up there singing "So Glad
Hey,
I
hold
Made It."
Mr. Bell. Mr. Bell.
What's good? I was muted. Good morning.
Did you see that photo? Did you just see that photo? Show Mr. Bell the photo. I want you to show Mr. Bell the photo. And I'm gonna let him make a decision. Now, these are two recent photos. This is Roy Jones, and this is Mike Tyson. And they supposed to be fighting in December.
Yeah.
You tell me who's ready to fight.
I'm gonna go with Tyson. I'll always go with Tyson. Tyson may bite your ear off, so I'm gonna go with him. He's gonna win by any means necessary.
Thank you.
I'm gonna put. I tell you, I think Mike is I don't know. I mean, I grew up watching middleweights, Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler, and then as an adult, everybody was getting mad because pay-per-view. You pay pay-per-view, Mike Tyson will knock you out in one round. Everybody mad.
Right.
You just spent $100 for pay-per-view and the fight's over in 20 seconds.
I'm just saying.
Or on top of that, I've never seen, even I follow him on Instagram. I've never seen somebody over 50 hit with so much anger. Like, he still hits angry. Like, who are you still mad at, sir? Like,
hey, now he's making money in movies, but he still has that mentality,
right.
that no holds barred mentality where he's from. Hey, I love me some Mike Tyson. Every time I watch the movie like The Hangover, I'm a fan. I can't wait for his little cameos in it.
I got to make sure. I'm glad you jumped on to tell us what's going on with you. I got to make sure I got to see you this video, because recently he just fought a shark like a month ago.
I did hear about that.
Wow.
You did hear about it.
I did hear. Now I guess he won, since he's still here to tell about it.
Right. Who fights sharks? Good morning, man. Welcome to the Rolling Out AM, man. Introduce yourself.
Man, I am so happy to be here with you guys. My name is Eric Bell. I am a voiceover artist, business person, entrepreneur, and I am excited to be on the Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call show. Definitely. Good to see you guys. Thank you for the invitation, by the way.
Oh, man. No problem.
Romeo, no offense, but I like Portia's lenses, so I'm gonna or her frame, so I'm gonna throw my frames on too.
Oh man, don't give her more ammo. We already got to deal with it, man.
Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Appreciate that.
Hold on, Eric caused the trouble. Iris Baker said, "I love the beard, Eric." Hold on, man. Look, brother. Hold on, man. I'm trying, okay?
Hey, listen, it took me 47 years to get like this, so there's still time for you. There's still time. Yeah, and I guess this has been a challenging year, but one thing I can say about COVID, it allowed me to grow the beard, because I was always just rocking the goatee and the short fade, but now I've got a beard, like a mohawk situation going on top too. So
you're killing them, all right. Killing them, all right.
Just that evolution of life,
I'm just saying, so they over there fawning over you on Facebook, talking about, somebody said you look like a daddy over there.
Oh.
I said,
okay. Keep the comments coming, I guess.
So welcome to the show. So you are a voiceover artist. Tell us what that is, and tell us what it means. Like, what type of work do you do, and how important is that work that you do as well?
So I'll start with the last question and work my way to the beginning. How important is it in general? I think voiceover is everything we hear on radio, on TV, commercials, on movies, etc. it basically brings words to life, words on paper to life, tells stories. For me, it's really important because that's kind of my pivot over the last couple of years. I knew I always wanted to be a voiceover artist. And I was more a couple of years ago, I just said, why not? Let's do it. Had so many opportunities in the past, never took advantage of them. And I finally, had some opportunities to do so. And I'll get back into the kind of the story how that happened. But voiceover in general, it's well, again, back to your question. So 2018, I just kind of doubled in and I just started training. I took classes. Everyone says, "Oh my God, Eric, you have a great voice. Oh, are you on, TV? Are you an actor? Are you on the radio?" The answer was always no. And I finally was like, "Man, what are you doing? Like, let's get this going because you obviously have a gift that people see in you." And I always thought in myself, but I never took the time to actually, take the steps to make that into fruition. So 2018, started taking classes, both acting on camera and voice acting as well, because really acting and voice acting are very similar because with voice acting, the voice does what the body is going to do first. So that was always something that I wanted to do. And then 2019, more training, auditioning, networking, just kind of getting my footing because the thing about voiceover, we all have an instrument, but how do we use that instrument? So training are very important. So anything from improv, scene studying like what's on the paper, how do we bring those words to life to make it seem as if, hey, I'm not reading this script. Essentially, I'm telling a story. And so all of that work progressed into actually getting work in 2019 and 2020. I was fortunate to voice a national commercial for Stillman College. That was earlier in May. And then I was also blessed to be able to voice a trailer for the documentary, What About Me? And all of that was all of 2020. So I was joking with Romy about COVID and my beard and my hair. But 2020, for me, it has been a good year professionally with these projects that were able to come to fruition during this time that we're in right now. So that's
we
kind
do
of a winded
have
question.
No worries. So we do have the commercial that you did for Stillman College ready. So let's take a look at that so that we can hear your work and see what you're working with over there.
All right, let's do it.
Yes. Oh shoot! Hold on, because that's my fault.
Mhm.
Hold
See what happened when you agree with her, man? You see how
She's flustered.
I-
Oh, and she got clean white teeth too.
oh man.
Yeah, don't have me posing over here.
We are making the virtual HBCU experience available wherever you live through Stillman Online. We offer online degrees in business, criminal justice, psychology, and religion. Stillman also offers technology badges in cybersecurity and data analytics. You can participate in all student activities, fraternities and sororities, internships, graduation ceremonies, and much more. Apply for admission today at stillman.edu. Stillman College, where we prepare you for a different world.
All right, HBCU Stillman, that's your voice on that. So how do you get into something like that? Like you might hear it and you don't necessarily think twice, like you say for radio and or for TV, but how do you get into that? How do you break into something like that?
The first thing that I did, I let people know this is what I'm doing. I let people know that I was doing this and now I'm doing that, because if people don't know, we all know a lot of people. And it's funny because as many people as we know, a lot of people may know me as Eric Bell. What does he do? Eric's just a guy. He's cool. He likes to, travel, have a good time. But what does he do? So everybody knew I was gainfully employed. I'm obviously, successful, but what is he doing? So when I pivoted into the entertainment industry, it was more like, all the things that I was hearing, I should do this. Are you on the radio? Are you on TV? I then said, you know what? Yes, I'm doing this. I'm acting, I'm auditioning, I am, doing voiceover. And then it just really just opened up because people recognize the talent, and they recognize the ambition and the potential. And so that's what it was basically. But really what you need to do, anybody that wants to do this, and what I had to do first, I took an intro to voiceover class because it's not just, walking in and let me do this. Like there's technique to it. And also when you get in the booth, like what do you do? First of all, don't touch the equipment because the engineer is going to be mad at you if you touch the equipment. But that's just what it is. And when you hear your voice, like when you play that back right now, I haven't listened to that in a couple of months because you just kind of, move on to the next project. But when I hear it, that was really something like almost like a dream come true, because, and it was many, many years in the making. And for it to be in 2020, after everything that we're going through at the moment, and all the years in the past asking, hey, are you doing this? You should be doing that. It was just really, really just, again, kind of a dream come true to see it on TV and to, hear it in my ears. And for that matter, people who are pulling for me and rooting for me, for them to be able to see, what they've been thinking and knowing that I had in me this whole time.
So Facebook is checking in. I'm sorry, go ahead, Romeo.
Well, first of all, we can talk about all his fans on Facebook. Hey, ladies, it's Eric. He here. Jesus Christ. Like he is Eric fantastic. Eric proud of you. Eric, can I get the number? Eric, dang, Eric, he here? Jesus. My question was professional. You know what? Eric,
it's the phrase. That's Eric, what it is.
Hey, I'm telling you before I get to my question, Eric, the dude that you can't take to the club with you, because the girl gonna be like, "Hey, who's your friend?" Hey, I'm standing right here. I'm right here too. Jesus Christ. You said two important things to me that actually stood out more than the career. The first thing was that during this COVID, this pandemic, you were able to find yourself and hone in on your passion. And I've been saying this for like all year. I've been telling people, like, if you don't come out of 2020 knowing who you are, I can't help you. Like there's never been a moment in history where you've had the perfect opportunity to stop and everything stopped with you. So my first question is to that, like, when the pandemic first hit and you were like, okay, let me restructure. Was it a restructuring of yourself, or was it just this is the target and this is what I'm aiming for?
Everything you said, Romeo, I underline, boldface, everything, because like you said, 2020, if you don't come, in my opinion, if you don't come out a better person, changed person, then you wasted time. A lot of people are saying, man, I want to get back to, 19. I want to get back to pre-COVID, but I looked at it as an opportunity to really kind of sharpen who I am as a person and really, as a man, who I want to be. So with that being said, initially when COVID hit, I mean, like a lot of people, I was struggling because my life changed. I'm actually, I live in Atlanta, but I'm from the West Coast. I'm from Cali, and I have a son who lives in Canada. So I'm always seeing him, and he's always either with me or I'm with him. And with this whole pandemic, the travel restrictions, from the different countries meant that he and I weren't able to see each other, right? So anytime you can't see, your family, especially, you know, my son, it was challenging. So every day was definitely a challenge, and woke up some days depressed, woke up some days were better than others. But I think eventually, when I realized that we weren't getting out of this anytime soon, I just also chose to really focus on what I kind of believe in general is focus on what I can control, and try not to stress about what's out of my control. And I've always, you know, tried to do that as best way as I possibly could. So knowing that I was, you know, essentially here trying to work, and then, you know, not to mention a lot of the studio shut down during COVID as well.
Right.
So not just on acting stuff, or excuse me, on camera, but the voiceover studios closed as well. So what I started to do was essentially build out my my home recording studio. And because with voiceover, that's one thing that you are in control over. If you can't leave, you can't go out of the house, if you have auditions, etc., you can at least knock them out at home and not have to necessarily worry about leaving the house, right? So that was something that I could control. And then just it was meant to be. When the Stillman situation came about, I actually went into the studio. It was in May, and the studio that I worked out of just happened to open up. And I was like literally in and out within 30 minutes to an hour. That what you heard, that took that amount of time for my part. And so that was a blessing that the opportunity window opened up to where the studio, you know, had opened up during that time. But that's what it is, Romeo, for me, is worry about what you can control. And also this is a time to, like I said, kind of sharpen everything up, and with both mental, physical, spiritual health, it's very important. I'm gonna come out, like I tell people, I'm coming out of COVID in better shape, and like mentally, physically, and spiritually than I went into it.
Facts. Hard facts.
Facts for real.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what's happening. So I say physical because I'm in my kitchen some days doing my virtual workouts. You got to stay strong. You got to stay strong physically and mentally. But absolutely.
And that's why I think that's more important, because I think outside of all the accolades that you achieve, the first big accolade that people don't give people credit for is the mental accolade, like the mental choice to change, to restructure, to outline. You know what I'm saying? Like people always forget that everything starts with the choice to do, outside of, oh, he did this. No, Eric said, okay, this is what I have to do in order to take this first step. He didn't just take the step. So people need to hear that.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll say this, like I said, I've got this great beard, as you can see, 47 years. So voiceover is not my first career, right? I've been out of school for a long time. I've worked corporate for years. I was a middle school math and science teacher right out of college. So, hey, you can call me Mr. Bell. I'm okay with that. But I did that. And so, you know, again, going into it, I mean, life was okay. You know, I felt like I had a good life. I made a good living for me and my family. And it was a matter of like self fulfillment. I didn't really feel like I was being fed, you know, spiritually and mentally, because I felt like even though I'm accomplished and successful in this area, I feel like there was so much, you know, more that I hadn't done that I wanted to do. And we're always reminded that tomorrow's not promised. And I don't want to be, you know, years from now, like, wow, you know, I had that opportunity to.
You don't want to have no regrets.
And you know, actually, truth be told, and I just thought about this or remembered this a couple of months ago, because it was a tragic or traumatic experience for me. But I actually lost my voice 3 years ago, and I lost it for 2 days, like completely lost my voice, and it was a very traumatic out of nowhere.
Oh my God.
And I didn't really, think about it until literally a couple of months ago. And I said, wow, that really happened. But that was one of the trigger points, because I remember telling myself in 2017, I said, God, if I get my voice back, I'm going to put it to work. I'm going to put it
There
to
you
work.
go.
And so that, we're always reminded of, whether subtle or not too subtle, where we are not always in control per se. And we're reminded that, okay, here's an opportunity, or here's a missed opportunity. And fortunately, I still had the opportunity to pursue basically my dream and what my passion is, and what I feel like my voice is, here to be used in that capacity. So
Absolutely.
2017, that happened. Yeah, I'm saying.
And you had to keep your promise. So good. You made good on your promise. But Facebook is still checking in. So they want to know, did you need an agent to obtain work? Did you need an agent to obtain work?
So first thing to do, so the answer is no, not to obtain work, but an agent is definitely a partner to help grow your business. So think of yourself as, my name is Eric Bell. So I have a website, ericbbell.com. That's my essentially my main kind of source of communication on, Instagram and Facebook, Eric B. Bell. But so think of it as, I am my brand. And so you assemble your team. And an agent, a publicist, a manager, etc., are all elements to your team. But it all starts with you. I'm the CEO of Eric B. Bell, right? So everyone that I assemble is we're in it together. So agencies, and you have to have the right agency. You don't want to have an
How
agent.
do you shop for agents? Right. How do you even know where to look for an agent, for an agent? Because when you do stuff, you want to make sure that you got the right coach, right? So an agent is kind of like a coach. So how do you make sure that you're shopping around for the right coach?
So first things first is you want to get a demo. Not a lot of agents will actually even talk to you without a demo. A commercial demo reel. And so that's what you want to do. Once you do that, then you just kind of start scouring the internet based on local markets, and just look at rosters, listen to demo reels that they have listed. And it's all about a partnership. So, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm actually in the process of figuring out my representation. So I actually am currently not represented by a solely voiceover agent. I have a commercial agent for on camera, and they help me on the voiceover as well, but I don't have a solely voiceover only agent. So I'm in that process right now, because I've done some work, and so I know I'm trying to just figure out what the best situation for me is, because an agency is there to, accentuate what you're already doing.
Right.
And help bring you opportunities that you cannot get yourself.
Listen, okay, so Facebook is checking for you. I just want to let you know that. So Jen Burt Gavin said, looking ahead, Eric, what's your dream voiceover or other role that you'd like to have in your portfolio? IMDb.
Got it. Voice dream project. So on the voiceover side, which actually goes for on camera too, I actually want to be a travel and like food show host, because I love all of those things. And so anything that revolves around, traveling the world, traveling the globe, different countries, different foods, different cuisines, and me voicing the footage, as well as being the on camera host of it. So that's great. And then, not to mention, of course, we have those iconic voices that we, can't ignore, the James Earl Joneses and whatever you hear somebody, you hear his voice, So I would love to be just a recognized voice. So when you hear me or hear that voice, you say, "Oh, that's Eric."
So D Shield, she's one of our top fans on Facebook. So basically, she said voiceover work is her dream, right? And so when you answered the question about having an agent, she said, "Okay, great tip. I need an agent and PR." D, we want you to come on so we can hear your voice, so he can give you some tips on, what you need to do to kind of put your foot out there and the next step for you. So if you can, D, we're going to have Ashley send you a link. We just want to hear your voice. We just want to hear your voice. You don't have to come on screen. You don't have to come on camera. We want to hear your voice and give Eric a chance to critique you just a little bit. Tell you what you need to do.
Don't put Eric in that position. See, that's what women do. Don't be putting Eric in that position.
Hey. No, D said it's her dream job. We need to get D some help.
Hey, Portia, this goes to you as well. But anybody that want to reach out to me, feel free.
Oh.
EricBBell.com. Hit me out.
Right. Right. Hey, go to the website. He ain't doing no free consultation. Come on, bro. I got you, brother. I got you.
No, I see, Romeo. You get me in trouble. I'm genuine. They can connect with me from the website after they click the pay here button. No, I'm just playing.
Well, we're not gonna hold you too much longer. Thank you for coming on. We definitely enjoyed you. Facebook. Hold on. D said she gonna pay.
You know what? I'm going to buy a beer today. Forget this. I ain't gonna deal with you no more. You can buy beers now. I'm gonna buy me one. Get that.
Hey, you a fool. You a fool.
But we had fun with you.
And you know what? Eric, hold up. Nah, I gotta get it. Eric think he's slick. So Michael B. Jordan just came out yesterday as sexiest man of the year with a beard. Here come Eric with a beard. I see what this gang is. It's the beard gang.
It's the beard. I will say mine's gray. Michael B's not yet, but hey, life goes. Life goes.
Life goes. Exactly.
Hey, but really, honestly, Portia, this for you as well. Anybody want to reach out? Feel free. First consultation is on the house.
All right. We're gonna make sure we put your information up there and make sure we're gonna make sure that people have a way to get in contact with you.
Sounds good.
We're gonna figure this out. All right, Eric, thank you so much for checking into the Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call. We appreciate you. This was fun. Taru, yes, it was fun. Taru was he was joshing me. He was texting me.
Well, that's what he does. Anyway. That's what he does. Yes, he's good. He's good at that. Yes, I appreciate it. Yes. Great to meet the both of you. Thanks for having me on. Look forward to doing it again.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Where can we find you though? So we'll put it out on the Facebook link as well. But tell people right now where we can find you.
All right. Website is at Eric B. Bell. The IG and Facebook is at Eric B. Bell.
All right. We got it.
All right.
Perfect.
Hope to hear from you.
We're going to see you. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Take care.
All right.
All right, man.
Take care.
Later.
All right. Bye-bye. Later.
Facebook is on fire.
Facebook on fire, y'all.
I cannot believe y'all this morning. I ain't never USC track coach. Great interview. You know, you love you. Iris Baker, Eric, who is it? Coach Clem Jackson. Coach Clem Jackson said hello. Stop being a matchmaker on our show, Portia. That's what I'm talking about.
Ooh, shut up. That was Terry. I saw his little comment.
Well, I need to. I just finished a cigarette because I saw somebody shooting a shot. I just finished a cigarette. I mean, that, you know, that. Hey, Romeo, that was better than watching a romantic movie. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hey, how do you use your voice to talk? What?
right.
What are you talking about?
I mean,
Oh, y'all, that was Facebook. I was checking in with Facebook. Y'all, don't do that.
When you use your voice, do you vocalize? Portia, what are you talking about? I just want to learn.
Asking the questions from Facebook. Don't do that. Y'all don't do that. Anyway, I know we got another guest coming up, but let's get into your report. King James, you got a report?
Yeah, I don't know if we have enough time. Well, we'll see. We'll do part of it now and maybe part of it later.
Because we waiting on them. We waiting on them to come
Okay.
on.
Jeez.
Let's go for it.
Whenever producer Ashley, has, feels like it. This is some very, very, very sad news. Our prayers are up for Bobby Brown, the singer, legendary singer from New Edition, and who soared on his own. He has suffered another tragedy in his family. His eldest son, Bobby Brown Jr., has passed away last night at the age of 28. And so shout out to him. I mean, he's already suffered a string of tragedies. As we know, 5 years ago, his daughter, Bobby Christina, passed away. She was found head face down in a bathtub in suburban Atlanta. And 3 years before that, his ex-wife, Whitney Houston, was found also face down in a bathtub, this time in Beverly Hills on the eve of the Grammy Awards in February 2012. So I just can't imagine the amount of pain that he's in right now. So prayers up to Bobby Brown for real.
What was the cause?
Well, yeah, they didn't say at the time that the report came out, the police, it was still under investigation, but the family confirmed to a national publication that he had indeed passed away, but that the first responders and investigators were still in the home at the time of the confirmation. So they didn't have any word as to what caused him to pass away. But my thoughts and prayers are with Bobby Brown. I send out much love to Bobby Brown and his entire family. This is just, wow. When a parent has to bury one child, that's just almost overwhelming. When it's two children, it's just incredible. It's just incredible.
Yeah, prayers to Bobby Brown and his family.
Sending love to Bobby Brown right now.
Sending love.
Oh yeah. Let's see what I got next on the docket. Oh, I think we're bringing a guest on.
Here. Yeah.
Our guest is here. Okay. All right. Well, we'll complete it after that. We need a little very somber news. But just everybody just send out prayers to Bobby Brown because, just like me, I mean, he's a major part of a soundtrack to my childhood. And so Bobby Brown is a legend in our community. And it's just, I'm just thoughts and prayers with him. But we have our next guest, Mr. Bob Baldwin. Welcome to the Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call. You need to go ahead and unmute yourself, sir. I believe it's down in the left-hand corner portion.
Yep, bottom left, mute, right by the stop video button. So I just sent you a request to unmute. All you gotta do is, just click that. Perhaps? So it should be, bottom left, Mr. Baldwin. Here it comes. There you go. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? You got to say something. We can't hear him. Mr. Baldwin? We can't hear you.
Oh, we seem to have come up with some difficulties. We're having some technical difficulties, so hopefully we can go ahead and get that rectified as soon as possible.
Okay.
Okay. Hopefully we can get him back. Yeah, because he's a great guest, and we would love to have
He was
that.
on the phone, Romeo.
Oh, he was on the phone. Okay, he wasn't on the computer.
His Bluetooth is on. His Bluetooth is probably on and connected to something else.
Who we talking to? We talking to.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we'll be back with the guest. His Bluetooth was probably on and still connected to a device. That's why we couldn't hear him speaking out. Go ahead, King James. Tell us what else is going on in this report. Cause my fault, King James. Your voice that you was using for the report, is it reporty? That's how Portia sounds during the whole interview.
Yeah, I know, and that's just how the Detroit folk, that's how they operate. Speaking of Detroit, and we talked about this at the top of the show. Republican canvassers in Wayne County, in Detroit, or I should say, Detroit is in Wayne County. It's part of the tri-state area, and it's the most populous part of the state, and it is the one in which the Republican Party and Donald Trump has pointed out in lawsuits and in actions to delegitimize the election in Michigan, because as we know, Joe Biden won the election in Detroit, won the election in Michigan, mostly due to the help of the people in Wayne County. So now the two Republican canvassers in Wayne County had been instructed to not certify. And so they did that and made it public. And then when their names and faces were made public, and they had a Zoom meeting, and they were confronted by other canvassers and other officials in Wayne County, they went in and changed their mind and certified it. Well, today, now they want to rescind their votes. They want to go ahead and take it back. They're going to perform a Michael Jackson. They're going to moonwalk back their votes they want to, and say that the state legislature should step in and make the decision about certification. The governor and the Secretary of State in Michigan have already said that they're going to go ahead and certify and go through the necessary process to go ahead and, legitimize the win for Joe Biden in Southeast Michigan, particularly in Wayne County. And it's so significant because this is very significant because of the fact that Wayne County is where Detroit is located, and Detroit is 80% Black. And so why did they pinpoint this particular county as they did? And as an outstanding CNN correspondent, Abby, I got to get her name right because she's on CNN.
Abby Phillips. Right.
Abby Phillips, a 31-year-old prodigy, a genius, and she is outstanding. Yeah. I just love listening to her on CNN. She basically illuminated the fact that the Republican Party are highlighting the districts that are predominantly Black in Wisconsin. They want to recount in two counties in Wisconsin that are predominantly Black. They want to recount in Wayne County, predominantly Black in Michigan, and they want to recount in suburban Philadelphia and suburban Philadelphia, that county in Philadelphia, which is also, of course, predominantly Black. So why is the Republican Party only wanted to recount those particular districts? They didn't ask for a recount in North Carolina, which Trump won. They didn't ask for a recount in Florida, right, which Trump won. They didn't ask for a recount all over the country where Trump won. They're just wanting a recount only in the districts that are predominantly Black. So that's pretty interesting. What you guys say?
I don't think it's interesting. I think it's just more strategic on their part because they think they can cheat their way out of the election in these Black counties and cities and territories. So I think it's the way that they feel as if they can cheat better than they can in the white areas.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've been trying socially to follow. This is crazy. I have not seen King James. Socially, I have not seen white America complaining about the election process. I've seen them complaining about the ballots, but I have not seen any white people complaining about. I had a problem at the poll. My ballot didn't get counted. I had a problem in line. Like, I don't see none of those disparities. Like, period. It's just that interests me.
Yeah, and I want to, and I would love for Abby Phillips of CNN, a correspondent, a journalist, and she's a star. I want her to pinpoint the fact that if this election is illegitimate, then it also is illegitimate in that it reelected Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham, two of Donald Trump's hench boys. So
illegitimate, exactly.
Yeah. And so if it's illegitimate, all the way, it has to be illegitimate all the way around. Invalidate the entire process, start over. They don't want to do that because in the case of Graham, Mr. Graham, they barely won. So they don't want to go back and recount their district, their states, but they want to recount. And Senator Lindsey Graham, he is not even in the state of Georgia or Wisconsin, Philadelphia, Arizona, but he's calling up these states. He has no jurisdiction over these states, but he's calling these states Secretary of States, trying to call into question the elections in which Biden won. But he's not calling the Secretary of States in North Carolina or Florida or Texas. He's calling them only in the states that Biden won. This is malfeasance at the highest level. But let me go ahead and move. Yeah, so I mean, it's just unsavory behavior, and they're making these accusations with no receipts. Okay, you can't go to court, and that's why all of the president's lawsuits, I think there's like 20 to 30 of them, have all been struck down because they're basically telling him you can't come to court with no receipts. You can go onto Twitter with no receipts. You can go, you can have a rally with no receipts. You can lie on Twitter. You can lie at the rallies. You can lie at the White House, but you can't lie in court.
Sir, get out. Just down and get out. Step down and get out. You don't have to concede, but you just got to get out. Get down and get out.
Hey, I advise everybody. I don't know if y'all seen this. I advise everybody on Twitter and Facebook. The new update that came through last night, Portia, if you post anything that they deem
inaccurate,
attacking a gender, race, color, religion, whatever type of person, they have this new system on Twitter and Facebook that automatically registers you to your local police department.
Really?
Yep.
That's the cost of being on somebody else's platform, y'all. So there you go.
It came through last night. I actually read those emails. I don't think people read those emails. If whatever their regulations are when it comes to those type of things, if they deem anything to be an attack on, those type of things, they automatically send your social media account to your local police department.
Oh man, I didn't know that, and that's something because there's a lot of egregious messages being promulgated over the airwaves, and so and then couple that with the heinous actions of some of these people who are calling the election into question, and then on top of all of that, there's like a laissez-faire attitude by the White House towards this coronavirus. It is exploding across the country. Is now, as I look at CNN on TV, 250,000 deaths, 11 million people impacted. And they're saying and doing nothing about the coronavirus, which is exploding in America right now, as Dr. Fauci promised, or I should say, he's prescient, and he was a prognosticator. He predicted this. This is what he said it was going to happen, and it's happening. So I just don't know what's going on. I mean, we're in a precarious position right now. So I just pray for the nation. I bless this nation with love. Let's get it together.
Leave love.
Yeah, that's right. So as I asked Ashley to find out what's going on with our guest and see if he's going to be able to come back or if he's trying to contact us again, we can move on to my next segment.
Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on as we try to have our guest come back. Oh, he's going to come back. Okay. Thank you very much, producer Ashley. And now you can go on to my next segment. Thank you very much. Okay. 50 Cent is the nation's premier troller and tormentor outside of the White House. He is relentless. And 50 Cent said, he told Lil Wayne on Instagram, he said, man, look, you about to go to jail. You better call the president. Man, call that fool. That's exactly what 50 Cent said. And so he said, man, call that fool. That's exactly, quote unquote. He said, man, call that fool and see if you can get pardoned. Now, this is not any ordinary charge against Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is staring at serious prison time. Okay, he's already been to prison once for a felony gun charge back in 2009 for being in the possession of a weapon by a felon, and he served a year. So he is a repeat offender. And not only is he a repeat offender, Lil Wayne, this was a federal offense because federal agents stormed his plane as it came in on the airport. And you know that an airport is under federal jurisdiction. So this is an even more serious charge than the one that was in 2009. So there were some people who were speculating on Facebook and Twitter, of course, Portia. They were speculating that that's the reason why Lil Wayne went ahead and endorsed Trump, because he needs to get pardoned. He knew that the charges were coming because the federal investigators had been contacting him, and he's hoping that Trump will get him off.
I'm sorry, I just got excited. That ain't none of that excited me, what you said. 50 Cent is going to continue to be the premier troll. Lil Wayne was a puppet, and he was used, and now ain't nobody got his back. That's the same thing that's going to happen to Ryan Cameron. It's the same thing that's going to happen to Jared Kushner, and it's the same thing that's going to happen to Donald Trump. They losing their job. I'm just saying. What I'm excited about, though, is D Shields is in the waiting room, and she's about to come on so we can hear her voice. Dang.
Not D Shields.
D Shields.
Yeah. Okay. Before we move on, we want to make sure that we got the name right. It is not Ryan Cameron in Atlanta, the radio host.
What is it?
It is Daniel Cameron.
That's what I said, Daniel Cameron.
Yeah, the Attorney General for Kentucky.
That's what I said.
No, that's not what you said. No, that's not what you said.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Thank you, Terry.
Yes, because I'm correct. Yes, I'm correcting you. So don't go ahead and try to be, trying to act like you didn't say it. So sorry about that, Daniel Cameron, the legendary radio host in Atlanta. You are not the one who endorsed Trump, at least publicly. It was Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron, the guy who exonerated the Louisiana police officers from any homicide charges in the Breonna Taylor case back in March. Okay. So, do we have
D Shields? Like, mind the watch?
D Shields, yes. Let's go.
I got me happy. She ain't there. This D Shields ain't there. Don't get me happy. I'm not getting me
excited. Are you coming on camera, D? Did you want to come on camera, or are you just talking? We asking her to unmute. Hold on. Unmute.
No, she's just like you, Portia. She perfect.
All right, so I'm not coming on camera. Hey, can you guys hear me? Hey, Romeo. Oh, I'm so excited to talk to Romeo. Hey, Romeo. Thank you.
Hey, D.
Thank you. Hey, Romeo.
Hey, D. I'm giving you a hug.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, we're on a live show. We're on a live show.
Okay,
so,
I'm sorry about that, King James. Hey, girl. Hey. Thank you. Thank you.
You have the perfect voice for voiceover work.
Yay! Yes, I want to do that so bad. I want to be like that commercial where you have all these diseases if you take this medication.
Right there. You may die from this.
You may die from this.
Oh my God.
Exactly. Thank you guys for letting me share my voice. You rolling out, you guys are amazing. I just have to say that. And hey, Monson, hey, Ashley, and you guys are amazing. Thank you. One day I may make it one day. Hey, King James.
Oh yeah, how you doing? But I don't. I got to keep it real. You just came on this show to shoot your shot too. I mean, he's gone already. He gone. The boy gone.
You know my first name is Brent, last name Reborn King James. You know that.
Yeah.
You know. You just
said don't play. Because he stated his time earlier this week. He let it be known.
Because Brent don't play.
Right there.
Brent don't play. Brent don't play.
No, but if I do, I have it. Do I have a chance? Because
absolutely.
Okay, they have classes here in Denver. Okay, I'm gonna give it a try.
And you know what? D, I thank you because not only reading your comments in the morning. Okay, forget Portia and King James. Okay. Finally, somebody who understands me. That's finally, right. who somebody understands me, and the middle partnership, that ain't a word, but that I be trying to create, because Portia be all left. King James is alt right. I be trying to be in the middle. They be attacking me.
I was feeling you, and I'm always there, right there, Team Romeo from day one. A1 day one.
Thank you. Now, tell me this, cause we was talking about this earlier. Please explain to them the point I was trying to make when I said that there's a difference between offering sex and drugging somebody for sex. Both of it's wrong.
There you go.
Oh Lord.
There you go. See, and I Portia, I was hearing what you were saying, because women do get themselves caught up, a lot of times. And Tyson, don't act like we don't remember your story. All right, so Team Roy Jones Jr. over here, but women do.
All right, Roy Jones Jr.
But they do get themselves caught up. But Romeo, yes, I agree with you on the Bill Cosby, tip also. So you guys were making good points. It's sad that it's the difference in this case is that the white man doesn't have to pay, you know what I mean? And the black man has to do all the time for pretty much the same antics that they get caught up in that industry, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The same.
Yeah.
And then they get it, and then what happens is on the white end, and I hate to separate races, but on the white end, it becomes a professional mishap. And on the black end, Bill Cosby should have knew better. Well, hold on now. Time out.
I know.
If we're going to put everybody on the even field, let's do that.
Well, speaking of people who should know better, Brent said, watch yourself, Romeo. He said, watch yourself with his...
I got you, Brent.
All jokes, Romeo. He's joking with you.
Let me tell you something about black men.
That is so funny.
Let me tell you something about black men. Women think it's a joke. I know it's real. Hey, Romeo, watch yourself. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, ha, ha. Hell, Brent put that thing.
I know.
That's my head. Nope. I got
you. Rolling out, team. We if you guys come to Denver, Colorado, we will host and we will give you guys dinner. He's a friendly bear, friendly, incredible Hulk.
A friendly bear? What are you talking?
We're going to have to take you up on that. We're going to have to take you up
okay.
on that.
Thank you for letting me have a moment, Portia. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Girl, your voice is perfect for voiceover. Give us your voiceover extra commercial.
I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna take all the tips. Thank you, Eric Bell. I'm gonna take those tips. I've never heard anybody explain how to get in that industry. So I love the interview you guys did, and I'm gonna take the tips that he gave. And he's my new hero. He's my voiceover hero.
All right. So we're going to make sure that you get in contact with him. ericbbell.com. And we're going to make sure that he helps you out. We love him.
Okay. Thank you.
And we need to go ahead.
And keep it professional, okay? I mean, because this ain't the dating game, okay?
I always, yes, sir, King James. Big brother King James. Yes, sir. Okay, always.
Okay. Right.
Always. I'm going to walk in the industry doing right.
Okay.
Yes. And Brent said he didn't tell Romeo to watch himself. He told Terry to watch himself.
No. See. I'm D Shields. I'm trying to be D Shields' friend. I don't want nobody getting caught up in those situations in the industry. You know what I'm saying? So
thank you.
You know,
he's been a mediator.
Right. And I just didn't want you to behave the way Portia did when she was interviewing that dude, because it was just it was next. It was some.
Portia was on point.
She speak on that. Thank you, Z.
Thank you. Can I just say that I love you guys? I have been, you know how I came along, about 4 weeks ago when I found you guys on vacation in North Carolina, and I love you guys, and I'm here to say, biggest fan of Rolling Out.
All right, we love you too, D. Thanks so much for coming on. You're gonna have to come on one day when you camera ready.
I will come on camera. Okay,
yes,
I sure will. I sure
absolutely.
will.
Yeah,
Thank
okay,
you.
we'll see you then.
And she Team Romeo. Let's not
Team
forget.
Romeo all day.
All day. We'll give you that. All right, D. Take care.
Bye-bye.
And we'll see you next time when you're coming on camera.
Thank you, rolling out.
Okay. And on the next episode of The Voice, we will go ahead.
See you, D. Take care.
D. James is on fire today.
On fire.
So yeah. Okay. Well, let me go ahead and conclude my report. I think I have another segment going down. Okay. So Romeo, I'm not a proponent of snipping people getting snipped, but castration may be in order for some people. This father took his son, who was 8 years old, and took him on a robbery and crime spree in Florida to make sure that his son doesn't grow up soft. He's told the officers that when he got arrested. Ernest McKnight is now in prison after being arrested for breaking into 3 houses, stealing a car, taking his son purposely to break into 3 homes, domiciles, steal a car, and then he took the police on a high-speed chase with his son in the car with miles up to 120 miles per hour. And then when he was stopped and they found the kid in the car, they didn't know the kid was in the car. He said he wanted to take him with him because he needed to toughen his son up. So, there should be a rule out there that some people just don't need to reproduce themselves. I mean, for real.
That's not even just underscore that times 1,000, 1,000,000. What, sir, were you thinking? And if I was the child's mom, more than anything, so I would feel so bad that my child even got a chance to experience that. But I would be so embarrassed that I chose him for my child.
Right. Right.
I would really feel bad for my son that he has to look up to that as an example. But as a woman, I would be so utterly embarrassed that I picked him for my child's father.
Yeah, because it made national news. Everybody know that a lot of people are going to know who this man created the child with, and she's utterly humiliated right now because this is the man. He's a career criminal, and then he still took the child. He got out, and then he took the child on a crime spree with the sole purpose of toughening them up by breaking into homes and stealing the car. And that's just, wow. That's just, I couldn't believe
how you fix that.
No, there is no way. And the fact that it happened in Florida just continues to get Florida. I mean, the sun must cut people's brain down in Florida. I mean, Romeo, what are they thinking, bro? I mean, for real.
I'm just trying to figure out where we're at, right? Because I always used to make this joke, but now I believe this joke. Like, what my mother and my father taught me, what your mother and father, Portia's mother and father, right? These new age dads and moms, man, they something else. Like these new age moms and dads are buying Gucci purchases for kids. The kid already knows the rap song. Before they can read the ABC book, they already know the rap song.
Before they can even talk, they can barely speak the English language, but they can recite everything in a rap song.
Right. And so crazy. I'm gonna jump back. That's always amazed me too. How you see kids can retain a beat and a sound and react to it more than they can retain book knowledge or something like that. But back to your point, I don't even know where we're at because these new age dads and moms.
I don't even know how you begin to fix that, because if the mama is anywhere near what the daddy was,
yeah,
right, because you knew what he was. Yeah, say it, Portia. You knew what type of dude he was. You knew. It ain't no dudes just don't go on random robbing sprees, and they girl don't know. You knew.
Okay.
Yeah,
we're gonna pray for that little boy, that he gets the help that he needs.
Yes. Let's send some love to that boy. I pray. Yeah, I bless that little boy, 8-year-old boy, with love. I believe I have one more segment, producer Ashley. I'm not sure. I can't even remember where we're at right now.
Yeah.
But
Florida man, it's just.
Yeah, Iris said, what an idiot. He's trying to make his son a criminal just like he is. Then you got the mothers teaching their girls to twerk and thinking that's cute.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. And so, that brings me to the word of the day, which is obstinate. And obstinate basically means that despite all the evidence, you refuse to budge. That sounds eerily similar to somebody on Pennsylvania Avenue. Despite all of the receipts, data, statistics, numbers, despite all of what is going on throughout the administration, they remain obstinate in that they refuse to budge, just being stubborn on their position, despite the evidence that suggests their stance is wrong.
Talking about, have I been saying this wrong all my life then? When girls be like, I'm obstinate.
Different than obstinate.
Oh, thank you, Portia. I was about to lose. Oh, thank you, Portia. I was about to lose it. I was like, oh, Lord. I really didn't know. I was about to be like, what? I've been obstinate.
No. From what I understand, Romeo, you have not been stubborn against that.
Okay.
So no, you are not obstinate. No, we're not talking about abstinence. We're not talking about abstinence. We're talking about obstinate. Yeah. So you got me tongue twisted. But yeah, so that is the word of the day, obstinate, which means just unreasonably and maddeningly stubborn.
And what?
Unreasonably.
Unreasonably and what?
Maddeningly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just maddening. It's just maddening.
Maddening. I thought you was making up a new word, like mattingly.
No, maddening. Maddening. No.
Maddening.
No. Don't you try to correct. No, don't correct me. I know what I said.
Like to make more maddening. You didn't say mattingly, which
no, I said maddening.
Probably refers to like tangled up hair.
Okay, so I'm not going to take that. I don't have.
Don't worry about it. Okay.
Yeah. I don't have time to hold, a Ebonics class for you. So, no, maddening. Okay. Yeah. So, obstinate is the word of the day. Use it, boys and girls, in a sentence later on after the show. But yeah, that concludes my report for today, and we can go ahead and move on to Portia. We can move on to Portia's report for today.
Let's go to mine. Yes. So, first up, we have. What y'all think about this? As soon as she pulls it up.
Yeah, because Ashley's just taking the time today. I don't know.
Yeah, what y'all think about this? So we actually were talking about him yesterday, and Tiara was like, he don't do it for you. He didn't do it for you in Creed. I was like, nah, he did it for me as Killmonger, but he didn't do it for me in Creed. Anyway, none of that matters because he was just named the sexiest man alive, and everybody was like, "Bump, what you talking about, Portia?" So Michael B. Jordan has been named the sexiest man alive, and I just want to know what y'all think about that.
King James, you want to answer that, or you want me to answer that? You want to answer that?
Well, I'll go first. First of all, I hope that soon Portia realizes that the same Michael B. Jordan that played in Black Panther is the same person that played in Creed. So I don't know what she's talking about.
I like his character more in Black Panther. I didn't like his character. I didn't care for his character as much in Creed as I did in Black Panther.
Okay. I don't even know what to say.
More edgier.
Go ahead, Romeo. I don't even know what to say about that. That's what?
Public service announcement. And I'm going to speak for King James. congratulations. But neither one of us care that you're the sexiest man of the year, brother. We do. We do.
He's the sexiest man alive. Get it right.
We do. We don't care. What me and King James supposed to do? Oh man. Hey dog, congratulations for being the sexiest dude alive.
What?
Well, actually,
Jill said congratulations, Michael B. Jordan. Yes, she said he's fire.
Yeah, well, actually, it's a very big deal for Michael B. Jordan because of the fact that he said, as I wrote the story yesterday, that his grandmother and his mother keep copies of People magazine and other magazines on their coffee table, and so they collected like the sexiest man of the year. So this is actually a tradition in his household, and it means a great deal because his friends said that he would never get this, and the fact that he got it.
And the fact that friends, you don't need no friends like that. Oh, hating ass friends. Go ahead.
First of all, I agree with King James. I love the accolade. I don't want no dude. How we gonna be on the basketball court? Hey dog, congratulations on that sexiest man of the year, dog. Man,
you could just say congratulations. You could just say congratulations.
Hey, don't congratulate me.
It is a huge honor. So good for him. Like I said, his character in Creed didn't do it for me, but Killmonger did. So kudos to Killmonger.
No, she's just hating because in Creed he had a love interest and it wasn't Portia. That's why she hated.
I just didn't like him in Creed.
That little Brent said he only won because Brent didn't compete this year, so they just gave it to him anyway. That's what I'm talking about. I guarantee you, I'm gonna speak for Brent. I guarantee you, Brent ain't going out the next day with his homeboys like, "Hey man, did y'all see Michael B. Jordan won sexiest man of the year?" Hey man, nobody ain't doing that.
But here's the thing. I don't know what is People Magazine's criteria for that award because of the fact that, first of all, we should also note that for the last 5 years. A black person has taken a sexiest man of the year award. Now, what is the criteria? Because a lot of people were hating last year when John Legend won, and he doesn't strike me or the
I don't think that was a hate. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, y'all. Go ahead.
Wow.
No. People were questioning, like when John Legend won last year, they were just like. They thought of the sexiest man of the year award as a hunk, like he's considered a hunk. And so a lot of people questioned last year. It was a lot of hate going on with John Legend because while he is a certified brainiac and a genius, he's a savant. This dude is a savant. Like he is an all-time great singer, songwriter, composer. This dude has won every award in the industry, but a lot of people were on Twitter and Facebook were saying, well, he's not a hunk to me. Like they say, well, a lot of the women were saying he was cute. And I was just wondering what the criteria is.
So John Legend, he's not a hunk, right? So people can clearly see that he's not a hunk. But he is something that you would call a sapiosexual. And a sapiosexual is someone, a person finding intelligence sexually attractive or arousing. So he is a sapiosexual where you find that his intelligence is attractive. His intelligence, his music, savoir-faire, he has that.
No, you're talking about his. Yeah, you're talking about his je ne sais quoi. That
his je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, his je ne sais quoi. That he has an indefinable.
Ashley, take me out this segment. I'm a dude. I don't care. I don't care where women. The reason I'm laughing so hard, Portia. The reason I'm laughing so hard, I actually for 2 seconds I caught myself listening to you like, what's a sapiosexual? What's up? Like, I don't care.
Sexual. That's when you find people's intelligence attractive. Like they don't necessarily have to physically be attractive, but because they're intelligent, they know a lot. You know, Fauci might be a sexual.
Yeah, and that's very possible. It happens a lot, Romeo, because that's why a lot of students in college fall in love with their professors who might be twice their age, because they're just captivated and enamored with their professor because they seem so worldly and so smart, and that they find that very attractive.
Now, I'm with you. I just caught myself paying attention and I scared myself. Yeah, this is it.
New word alert. Sapiosexual.
Oh man.
So, some people might think about Jay-Z in that manner.
Can we stop talking about dudes and while we find them cute?
We only got 5 minutes, y'all. We got 5 minutes. Let's go. So Jeremiah's family, Kathy was asking for an update yesterday. Jeremiah's family shares a health update after his COVID-19 hospitalization. He is not out of the woods yet, but progress is being made. So we're going to continue to send him prayers that he is uplifted and he gets the best care possible and he gets out of the hospital.
I wrote the story the other day, and he is in critical condition. Maybe he has been upgraded, but he's stable, but he's still in critical condition because he's breathing as a result. He's only breathing as the result of a ventilator, and that is the one step away from death. So when you have to have a ventilator to breathe, you are inches away from death. So he is not out of the woods yet. Hopefully he is improving, but he's still in ICU and he's in critical condition. So I'm sending love to Jeremiah and anybody else in America who's in that condition right now, because that is a very scary thing. And you don't know that's why people who say, well, if I get it, I get it. No, you don't want to get it because you don't know how your body will react. For one person, it might just be a flu, or you might just have cold symptoms. You might have cold symptoms and it go away. But then the next person might just die and die quickly. Look at Herman Cain. Look at some of the athletes who died at 20 and 21. So you don't want to get this disease. So people, please protect yourself. I know it's inconvenient. I know it's not pretty. I know that you want to show your face to the world. Well, you could do that in 2021 when this thing finally is under control. So keep yourself safe.
Okay. That's it. Okay. We're going to the next story of positive thoughts. We're going to positive thoughts. So let's kick it off, Romeo. Positive thoughts of the day.
Go ahead, bro.
I would like to tell everybody thank you for joining us this Thursday. D Shields, it was great. Brent, I got you back. Iris, I love you. My positive thought of the day is reading is fundamental. So go have some fun. King James.
Okay, that was your positive thought of the day, really? Is that what you're doing? Is that what we're doing now? Okay.
Yeah, because between Portia and these beers and these dudes, I don't know where she's trying to direct this conversation to. I feel attacked.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. But
my positive enough, Romeo.
Yeah. My positive thought of the day is just pay attention to your world and just learn from others. And I was able to learn today from D Shields and from Portia on how to shoot my shot on the air. And I feel confident that I could do it now. I feel confident that I could go out and shoot my shot.
Grant is coming to get you. Grant is coming to get you. You better stay. You better lay off of this. Anyway,
I didn't see that one. That was good. I didn't see that one.
Let me finish mine, and then we can close out the show for the day. So, just like People Magazine granted for John Legend, they granted him grace and saying that he was the sexiest man alive. I'm going to tell y'all what grace is today. So my positive thought is when you finally learn that a person's behavior has more to do with their own internal struggle than it ever did with you, you learn grace. So People Magazine was gracefully bestowed the honor upon John Legend, but they rightfully so bestowed that honor on Michael B. Jordan. He is the sexiest man alive. Kudos.
Okay. Just real quick. We have an update on Jeremiah. He is now breathing on his own after COVID-19 hospitalization. So he has improved. He is upgraded from critical condition to stable. So that is good news for Jeremiah.
You take Jesus' grace.
We taking that out. We taking that out on a good note. Learn grace when you learn that people's behavior has more to do with them than it does you. You learn grace. Just like People Magazine was like, we just don't give him this damn honor because we know he didn't deserve it. We know it wasn't warranted. We know ain't nobody vote for him unless they were all voting for his sapiosexual personality. So anyway, we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yes, thank you for tuning in to Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call. Thank you.
We had fun today, a lot of laughs. Somebody said Eric is being blown up. Y'all blowing Eric up? All right, y'all.
No, you were blowing. You and these chills were blowing them up.
Iris, I'm trying, Iris, to fix my face. Portia keep adding these words.